too.
Yeah, if you
Okay.
wanted to talk a little bit about, I thought this was really interesting, the whole idea of why you'd need to inspect a new home, new construction.
When I inspect a new, I always ask the buyer if you want to do a punch list. It's brand spanking new. Because now you're getting into aesthetics. A home inspector normally doesn't do aesthetics. I don't care about the moldings don't fit right. I don't care if there's a paint's not on the wall right, or if the tiles don't fit right. That's not up to me. All right, that's aesthetic problems. What a home inspector does, what I do on a new home, is I look at everything. I look down the walls to make sure they're straight. I make sure the paint's on right, the ceilings, everything's right, the colors are right, the carpet's fitting right, the floor doesn't, when I walk on it doesn't squeak, hardwood floors that are down properly. So that's what I do. It takes me a lot longer to do a brand new home because now I'm looking at every single thing that a home inspector doesn't look at, doesn't have to look at. But it's up to the buyer whether they want to do a punch list or a regular home inspection. Because you'd be surprised how many new homes, I've been in new homes, I look through the door and I can see the outside from around the trim. Well, you know, it's a brand new house, this should not happen.
That also falls back to a buyer's agent too, though, because a lot of agents would probably, agree with their buyer, why do a home inspection on new construction when there's been permits being pulled the whole way along? But I totally disagree with that because all of my new construction Peter's done, and there's always been something. So just because it's new construction, you still need to buyer beware and have your home inspection
Let me just
done.
ask, what happens if you're looking at a new house and you find some of those aesthetic issues? Then what?
I give the list to the buyer.
Aesthetic, like the trim doesn't match.
I
and
give the
like
list to the
floor's
buyer,
crooked.
and they have to negotiate to get it repaired. Because it
The
should,
agent negotiates
tiles
it.
should match, everything should match. If I find colors that are off, I'll let you know. I mean, my eyes aren't that great anymore, so there are things I miss, but I try not to, because that's what you're paying me for.
It goes back to the agent, and then the agent goes back to the seller's agent, and then we negotiate it out.